my name is Stevie Acevedo and welcome back to another episode of the Curator's Corner. Today in this episode, we'll be learning about the Queen Anne Cottage. Also known as Baldwin's Belvedere, the Queen Anne's Cottage was erected between 1885 and 1886 by Lucky Baldwin on his Rancho Santa Anita property. As you may remember, Lucky Baldwin had purchased this land from 1875 from Harris Newmark. At this time, Lucky had many sources of income, such as brickyard, winery, stables, and his Baldwin Hotel in the Bay Area of California. The cottage was most likely a honeymoon gift for Lucky Baldwin's fourth wife, Lily Bennett, who was about 40 years Lucky's junior. The Los Angeles Times would report that for the years she lived on the property, the young girl was the queen of the ranch. Unfortunately, the marriage would not last as the honeymooners split the December after their May wedding. In the wake of his divorce, Lucky decided to devote the cottage to his third wife, Jenny Dexter, who had died in 1881 and was the mother of his daughter, Anita Baldwin. Many reported that Jenny Dexter was the love of Lucky's life until her untimely death. It was reported that he would keep a pair of her shoes and gloves in the parlor of the cottage. In memory of Jenny and to adorn his cottage, Lucky commissioned a stained glass portrait and a life-size oil painting of Jenny to be completed and hung in the cottage parlor. The cottage itself was designed by Albert A. Bennett, the father of Lily Bennett. Albert Bennett was the former state architect for California who had helped in the building of the California State Capitol in Sacramento and state prisons such as San Quentin and Folsom. The cottage was named for and done in the Queen Anne's cottage style, which was popular in the late 19th century in North America and Europe and was largely influenced by the Victorian period. In line with the style, the building's facade is asymmetrical and features pointed spires, a steep shingle roof, intricate details, and a tower in place of a turret. The Queen Anne's style is well known for being very picturesque, and thus it has been used often in movies and television shows. Many may remember that the Queen Anne's cottage was used in the film and TV show Fantasy Island. Baldwin himself did not actually live in the cottage and in fact used it as a guest house for many of his visitors. The kitchen, dining facilities, and Lucky's living quarters were located in the adobe house that had already sat on the property at the time of purchase of the land. When Lucky Baldwin passed in 1909, Anita Baldwin, one of his daughters, sold off many of the furniture pieces from the cottage and closed the house. She saved the stained glass window and portrait of Jenny Dexter and stored them in the cottage coach barn. In 1936, Anita Baldwin sold the ranch land to the Chandler family, longtime owners of the LA Times. In 1947, the Chandlers sold the land to an ambitious group of horticulturalists looking to create an arboretum. Today, the Queen Anne's Cottage sits on the property of the Los Angeles County Arboretum and Botanic Garden in Arcadia, California. The cottage was restored in the early 1950s and was added to the National Register of Historic Places. The Queen Anne Cottage continues to influence the city of Arcadia, as seen in the city's float in 2003 in the Pasadena Rose Parade, and also can be seen in the City of Arcadia's flag. Thanks once again for joining us for this episode of the Curator's Corner. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next time. Bye!